Okay, welcome everybody. Dawn Westaver here. We're going to do some winter sowing of seeds. Now, these seeds have to be, they have to require cold stratification, which means that they need a really long cold spell, sometimes up to 10 weeks, in order to trick the seeds into knowing that it's time to wake up and germinate. So, I already posted what you needed, but we'll go over that again. So what we need is we need some potting soil, and we use potting soil, not seed soil, because potting soil holds a lot more moisture, and this is going outside for the winter. So you're going to need something that's going to hold the moisture a little bit better. And we've got a seed package, and we've got a spritzer, and we have a tag and a marker and a knife to cut the bottle and tape to tape it together, and then we have our container here. Now the container needs to be a container that some light will go through. If you have a solid white milk jug, it's not going to work. So let's go with this one here. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to drill holes in the bottom here, so that there will be some rain and snow that will get down in through here, and you might need to use your spritzer bottle if it feels like or looks like it's getting dried out outside, that we're not getting enough precipitation. So so we need to have drainage holes here. So I'm just going to set that one aside because I already have one that's done. And what we need our knife for is we need to cut this. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut from the handle here. I'll get this here a little bit straighter for you. We're not going to cut through this handle part. We're going to start here, and we're going to go all the way around until we meet this side. So there's about an inch strip there that we're not going to cut through. And the reason why we don't do that is because we want it to open up as our dome for the top part. So I'm just going to get rid of a couple of things here off of here so that we can work a little bit better. And so I have my soil mostly let me see. Oh, darn it. So we're going to get rid of this bag of soil mix, and I have my soil pre-moistened here, but I do not. You want your soil to be able to clump and hold a form, but you don't want it so wet that there's going to be moisture coming out of it. This is just a little bit dry, so I'm just going to add a little bit more water here to it, and we'll just get that all mixed up here. There we go. And now I'm going to try it again, and it's holding a little bit better, and when we squeeze on it there might be a drop or two comes out, but that's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fill the bottom up here with our soil. So now the seeds I'm going to do today is a columbine, and it's a Barlow mix. I have some Barlows in my garden right now. The one I originally had, was Nora Barlow, and these are a triple double kind of a columbine, and if you cut them back after they bloom in the springtime, you can get more flushes of blooms throughout the season. So I'm just tapping this down a little bit so that it will not have any air pockets in here, and so just going to get it. Now this seed is just a surface application. You don't have to poke any holes in here. It wants to be right on the top. So we're going to fill this up until it's almost at the top here. So There we go. So, and I'm just going to lightly tap that down. Okay. So, now the seeds, I already opened up the package. This is the seeds right here. I don't know if you can see that okay or not, but they're all kinds of different colors, right from white to almost like a black burgundy and a rose color, purples. But the seeds are very, very small. Let me put them out on my hand here and see if we can see them a little bit better here. So what I put inside here was a little bit of vermiculite, just so that I could separate out the seeds a little bit, because they're so small that you don't want them on top of each other. So I'm going to try my best to sprinkle these on the top. So you just kind of take your finger and just do a little pinch of it, and then you just kind of move your fingers back and forth to let the seeds kind of pop out where you can. And we're going to just sprinkle these over the whole top here. And when we're finished, we are going to put just a small application of vermiculite, I think is what I'm going to use for this one. It does need light for germination, so when we get this all ready to go outside, we don't have to put it in anywhere special, just outside somewhere. So now I've got some vermiculite here. This is a fine, it's not coarse, it's very fine. You can also top some of your plants up with perlite as well, and depending on what kind of seed it is, you also could use a grit like this. And what I have bought is a turkey or chicken grit, and I get that in New Glasgow at the country store in the old Proudfoot Home Hardware location in New Glasgow. So I'm going to take this. Oops, one more thing I have to do is we have to spritz them in first. So let's just do that. I'm just going to add a little bit of moisture to the very top here, all the way around. And the reason I'm going to put a little bit of the vermiculite on top is that I want to make sure that the seeds don't move around too much. So, and it also will help to keep the moisture in the soil. Vermiculite and perlite both absorb moisture and then release it when the plant needs it. So it's really good to have this on the top of your plants when you're doing some seeding. So okay, so now we have that all done. So we're going to put the lid on it, and I've got some duct tape here. So what I usually try and do is I try and start right from the back. One more thing I have to do is I have to write out a tag for it and put it inside. I write on the duct tape as well, but I want to have it in the inside as well, because eventually the duct tape will come off. So this is the Barlow mix. Barlow mix. And this is February. So, Barlow mix. So, I'm just going to pop that down inside there. I'll just put it on the side. There we go. Now, these tags that I have, I'm just going to mention. What I do is I take a milk container and I just cut them up into strips and I use them. And then you can just use some rubbing alcohol to take the name off of it and just wash it up, and you can use it year after year after year. So anyways, so we're going to do that. And so I'm going to start right at the handle at the back and try and get this on here as best as we can. We want to be able to tape both the top and the bottom together. So a little bit tricky, this tape. Oh my soul. There we go. Okay. Here we go, and we're going to go around and around. And then just a little bit more here. So I'll just pull that out. There we go. Now we're just going to go back around it and make sure that it is sealed, both on the top and the bottom. And I'm just going to cut that off, put that up there. Now, so this is, forgot already, Barlow mixed colors. And it is a columbine. So, there we are. We're all done with that. And when you put it outside and you feel like it's not getting any moisture in it, when you're putting it outside, don't put it underneath like the eave of a house, because you want the moisture that's in the air throughout the winter to go inside there. It's not a very big opening, so if we don't get a lot of like rain moisture, you may have to water them. And instead of taking this all apart, what you can do is you can just take your spritzer and you can go inside here and you can just spritz it and just go around, move it around, and you can just spritz it with that. So anyways, that's all there is to it. We're going to take this outside on the deck and just let Mother Nature do the work for us. So I hope that helps you be able to do some winter sowing of your seeds. And take care. Bye for now.